empaths, most of us have experienced this when dealing with the narcissist, how so quickly they move on, you know? While we're still in pain, while we're still hurting, these lot are out there posting stuff on social media with their new supply. And it's like, it really makes you wonder, like, what was this person ever to me? Like, you know, what was anything real? It makes you really kind of worried. Like, you're still in pain and you're seeing them just happy as anything, right? You're just seeing them as happy as anything. They're posting it on social media. But you need to understand what really is going on here. You really need to understand what is going on. They're basically trying to plaster up the cracks. They're trying to plaster up the cracks. They are hurting inside, you know, even if they've discarded you. Even if they discarded you. You know, they were going through a meltdown prior to the discard. They were going through, what was it called again? The narcissistic collapse. A lot of them were going through the collapse prior to discarding us. And they felt like they lost us for a little while before they actually decided to cut us off. Sorry, my chest. So they rush out there and they think that rushing out there with someone new will fix all of their problems. In their stupid delusional state of mind, they believe, you know, this is their way to heal. And, you know, I will admit, you know, rushing out there with someone new, being intimate with someone new, rushing out there, it has some effects, but they're like catch-22 effects. So you feel like it's a positive effect, but really there's an underlying problem that is the reality of the situation. So for a moment they're getting relief, you know. We have to take that into an account. For a moment they are getting some form of relief, but it's in their messed up, effed up way that they're getting this relief. You know, a normal person who's spent a number of years or months or whatever, however long you were with a person, can't just rush out there with someone new, you know, straight away. Unless the only reason why you might have done that and rushed out there with someone new straight away is a retaliation because you saw them doing it. And that's because, and some of us fall victim to that. But, you know, we'll be in that entanglement with a new person and we'll know it's not right. You know, deep in our spirit, we'll know it's not right. And deep in the spirit of the narcissist, they know it's not right as well. But they continue to plaster over the cracks. And they're basically running away from reality. They're running away from reality. And another reason why they're doing this and they're portraying it so much, some of us go through the experience where they don't show the new supply. Some of us go through the experience where they don't show the new supply for a while. And the reason why they don't show the new supply for a while is because they want you under the impression that they haven't moved on either. Yet they've been with this new supply for a while. So by the time you've even seen the photos, it may be a couple of months after or something. You might still think, but it was sooner than that. It was actually sooner than that they got with this new person. They were possibly even talking to this person when they was with you. And you know they have the shiny object syndrome. As I heard someone say, they have the shiny object syndrome. And, you know, they were with you, they were devaluing you, they were having a collapse, and they make impulsive reactions. And they thought that, you know, they could get you somewhere else. They thought there's greener pastures elsewhere. And it's only when they get over to this other side of the greener pastures, they get over there and realize they're dealing with astroturf, as I like to say, from that commenter that suggested that they're dealing with astroturf, they're dealing with yellow grass. It's not greener pastures. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But they move on very quickly. But they don't forget about you. This is the thing. They're creating an illusion that they forgot about you. They're creating this facade that they forgot about you. And they're doing this to hurt you. They're doing this to finish you off. They're doing this to finish you off. They're aiming to finish you off. And they think that the best way they can achieve this is by finally uncovering their new supply. Start posting them holding hands on social media or whatever they're doing. Start posting some crazy stuff. Some of them are so sick and twisted that they'll even reach back out to you. I've heard stories of this. And they start saying stuff how their new supply is better than you. And you only need to take a little backward step and analyze the situation here, right? To understand that you can never let that hurt your feelings, because if they're with someone else and their immediate reaction is to rush out and tell you, oh, my new supply is better than you, they're better in the bedroom, they're better this, they're better that, that shows how sick and twisted they are, because they were in that encounter with this new supply and all they could do is think about you. And it shows it, they were thinking about you deeply from before they even told you. So before they even brought it to your attention. So that's what that is. It's an underhanded gesture. They're trying to make you feel that the new supply is better. They're trying to invoke feelings of jealousy. And they're trying to make out that they've rushed out and they found something great and it's the best thing ever. And it's not actually the case. They don't know where to turn. So it's like a little subtle hoover. It's trying to spark a reaction from you. And tell you what, actually, that reminds me of a time. The narcissist kept saying, I was on the dating profile and there was this person that kept saying, I'm blessed, like with someone, they mentioned a nationality, I'm blessed with this nationality, right? And I didn't realize until I saw their new supply and realized that nationality that they were talking about in the profile, I didn't think it was them on the dating app. I didn't know. They just kept viewing me and pressing meet me and stuff, like, and I didn't realize till I actually saw their new supply, and I thought, oh my god, they were actually reaching out to me to tell me how blessed they are with their new supply. But their new supply was a downgrade, man. Their new supply was a big downgrade. Like, I could see it from the straight off. I thought, my first thoughts were like, oh my god, you made out like I was so much better than you. Like, that's what it gave me. Seeing them with the new supply, it gave me that. I thought, oh my god, I was so much better than you, man. You were punching for me. You were actually reaching for me. You know what I'm saying? The whole time you had me thinking I'm reaching for you, but you was actually reaching for me. You were punching for me. You were actually, I was well above your worth. Like, and it gave me that because it showed me who they settled with. You know what I'm saying? They only settled with that new supply just for, I'm not judging the new supply or anything, but I can just see, I know for 1,000,000% fact it was a downgrade. It was a downgrade. And, you know, they eventually, I did look a couple more times and then I stopped looking, you know, but they had it as their profile icon. And then since when I've seen their profile, they haven't got it on their profile no longer. So I don't even know if they're still with that new supply. They've got another supply or whatnot. But, you know what I'm saying? These narcissists will run through person after person after person, literally trying to find someone that equates with you. And I know you probably heard me say this before, but I have to reinforce this message because they're very good at making you feel worthless. They're very good at making you feel like you're not wanted. They're very good at doing that, and you can't let them win with that. You can't let them win with that. You need to realize how you're unique, right? How there won't be another you, right? And they're literally rushing out there in these new situationships to mask the pain that they're going through. They're just rushing out and going with these new people to mask the pain, you know? You've got to understand, if you're an empath and you're listening to this channel, it's highly likely that you're the best they've ever had. You've got to take that into an account. It's very highly likely that you're the best they ever had, all we'll ever have. And they're beginning to realize that now. The longer you leave it, especially if you backed away, especially if you cut contact, especially if you let them just get on with it, you let them go. You didn't plead, you didn't beg, you didn't ask for them back. Maybe if you've done that in the early days, but at least if you got past that and you stopped begging, you stopped pleading, you stopped wanting them back, by the time that you start to heal, and I'm not saying fully healed, but the time you start to come around and think, I don't want that person in my life, this is when they pop back up. And that's when you need to be strong and reject the Hoovers, because they realize that they can't find another person like you. And they may have ran through a whole football team, right? They may have ran through a whole football team of people, right? They may have realized this sooner on, but they run from the truth. A lot of the reasons why the discard happened is they ran from the truth. They ran from the truth that we used to speak. Sorry, I've ruined this video by my chest. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I do need to stop the vape. I do need to stop the vape. To be honest with you, I started smoking again for a little while, and then I've given up smoking again today, so it's like my chest is just not good. I've gone back to the vape. Hopefully I can stick to it. It was a bad move. Sorry, I've gone off topic. But yeah, these lot have gone through football teams before before they make the approach back to us, man. And it's like, we can't risk letting someone like that back in our lives, man. We can't risk letting someone like that back in our circle, in our lives, because what's going to happen if you do? Let's analyze that. I never normally do, but if you do let this person back in, you're only going to get further down the road with them. You're only going to get further down the road, and then something else is going to happen. Some of us have got out of the situation without having kids. No dishearten. No, I'm not being disheartening if you have had children with them, because your children are a blessing, and that's something positive that you can take from it. You know, if I had children with a narcissist, I would say at least I've got my son or my daughter, and I'll be so proud of that, of having a child, you know. But what I know about the narcissist that I was with, they would have done some toxic stuff where they cut me out of the lives of the children. That's what they would have done. And they would have left me like with a problem in my brain. Like, imagine being in the world and you know you've got a son or a daughter, but you can't see them. This is the type of narcissist that I was with, because they already done that to their previous partner with who their child was from. They already done that to them. So I know that that was part of their strategy. I know that's part of how they would have done it. But if you lot are in the relationship and they've still got children, you have got children with them, you know what I always say. I'll just touch on it now. I always say that you should go for parallel parenting, especially if the children are young. Go for parallel parenting. You can't co-parent with a narcissist, and just use the grey rock method the best you can, and try and perfect the grey rock method to the best of your ability. Try and perfect the grey rock method, because you only can get better at it, right? You only can get better at it. If you keep practicing something, you only can get better at it. But you've got to just, going back to the topic of the video, you know, they move on so quickly. And you've just got to analyze it. You've just got to take a step back. You've got to take it with a pinch of salt, or not even a pinch of salt, a whole bucket of salt. And you've got to see that this person is basically rushing on to heal themselves. You see how we might chill at home, might start doing, I don't know, going to the gym. We might start working on ourselves, healing ourselves in a different form. Maybe even walking in nature, doing these types of things to heal ourselves. These lot won't. These lot will get intoxicated. These lot, and I know we might go through spells of that, you know, where you might abuse alcohol, you might abuse drugs, or you might, you know what I'm saying, but that's from the pain that you're trying to master pain, right? That's what I'm saying. This is like a drug to them. Going with new supplies is like another drug to them. It's like them having another drug, right, to master pain, and they're rushing out there with these new supplies. Don't let it hurt your feelings for 1 second. Do not let it hurt your feelings. Do not compare yourself to the new supply. Do not compare yourself and think the new supply is better than you. Ever think the new supply is better than you. Because you know, as I always say, they can't form a bond with you, right? An actual pair bond. They can't pair bond with you. But they have bonded with you to a certain extent, to the best of their abilities. And it's hard for them to shake that. And that's why we have the Hoovers. We've gone through hoovers. Some of you have had hoovers and you haven't even realized you've had hoovers. I had many hoovers at the beginning that I didn't even realize they were hoovers at the time because I didn't know I was dealing with a narcissist. If you lot are early on in this and you know you're dealing with a narcissist, then you're a step ahead than I was. So count that as a blessing. You're a step ahead than I was, you know. But just take it as a blessing if you're realizing that they're a narcissist now, because I didn't realize. I thought I was dealing with my soulmate. I thought I was dealing with my companion. And if you lot understand you're dealing with a narcissist, then that's the first part, of cutting them out of your mind like a lobotomy, you know, cutting them out, because you realize you're dealing with a devil, a little dusty weirdo. They're not worth your time of day. They're not worth a second thought, you know. So what if they're out there rushing on with new people? You can look at that situation and say, yo, you're running from the pain. You're running from the pain of me. You're rushing out there with new people because you will never find another me. You're looking for another me and all these people. You know, I'm the best you ever had. And you can walk around with that proudly, knowing that you're the best they ever had. You know, you can walk around with that proudly, knowing that, you know, that they're trying to escape the pain of losing you. And they realize very quickly that these new supplies aren't what they thought it would be. The greener grass that they went to, they realize very quickly. And they'll try and plaster up the cracks of the relationship. They'll try and hold things together for the sake of destroying you. Some of these people will go off and get married with these new supplies, even though they know deep in their heart this person's not for them. They'll go and have children with these new supplies in spite of hurting us. And it's crazy to think that these people will actually go and bring children into the world in a hopes to attempt to destroy us, because they know full well that they haven't given us the closure. So they know full well that we're going to resort to the second best thing, and we're going to be spying on their social media. So the quicker that you can get around the fact, because we've all done it, I've done it, you've done it, the quicker that you can get around to the fact of not looking at their social media is the better you'll be. Knowing that you don't need to look, knowing that you don't need to know what's going on in their life, knowing you don't need to see what they're posting, because believe you me, they're posting stuff to trigger you. And they're also, even if you've blocked them or they've blocked you, even if they blocked you, right, they're still in your social media. There's someone you've accepted on Instagram or Facebook. There's someone you've accepted to be a friend or a follower, or someone you've accepted without knowing. And it's a fake profile. They might have even had stuff posted from years ago, so you wouldn't think it's a fake person. But these lot have been using this profile for other things. And they might change the profile picture. They might change the bio, you know. And they've been using this profile for doing stuff even when they was with you against other suppliers. You know, so that's why they might have photos posted from years back. But they were doing this, they premeditate plans, you know what I'm saying? I've had numerous profiles contacting me and I can tell it's them. I don't actually care. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look, I don't even use social media like that. I don't post my personal life. I don't post what I'm doing. I don't do none of that on my social media anyway. I just used it as an outlet if someone wanted to reach out and book a session, or someone wanted to get a connect to the YouTube videos through the Instagram. But Instagram wasn't what I thought it was, because I originally joined because I thought I could post videos on there as well, but you can't really post videos. I know some people say you can, but from what I gathered, you can't really post videos. I don't like it as a platform. I don't really enjoy Instagram as a platform like I enjoy YouTube as a platform. It's quite good, but I'm not really into social media, to be honest with you. But I've had these weird profiles contacting, and you know what I mean, they're sitting there behind their keyboard or behind their phone, like breathing all heavily and just looking there. And I know you've heard me say this before, but they're getting all these thrills from reaching out to us and doing this and being in our world and looking at our stuff. Let them have it, you know what I'm saying? You want to spy on me all you want, because you're not going to see nothing anyway. Because I don't post nothing of my personal life on there. You know what I'm saying? I don't post anything on my personal life on there, so they're not going to be able to see anything. Like, anyway, but just understand that some of you will be in pain. Some of you are in pain. Some of you have been tricked to believe that the narcissist is doing better without you. Some of you are suffering because you've seen them go with new supplies. I need you to understand that these lot are so sick that they might even tell you that the new supply is better. And I don't care if the new supply's got more money than you. I don't care if the new supply is offering them a better lifestyle. You've got to understand that your energy is so pure, and you radiate with such pure energy that it will never be matched. It will never be matched. And this is who the videos are made for. It's made for empaths and chosen ones, right? It's made for you people. You people have been victims. You people are kind. People took your kindness for weakness. People took, you know, the way that you are as a weakness. You know what I'm saying? I know, like, we relate with one another because we've been through the same thing. It's crazy because you're in another place in the world, yet I've been through, how are we going through the same stuff? And, you know what I'm saying, we're countries apart or states apart, and we've all gone through the same experience. It shows it, right? It shows what we've gone through is similar, right? And it shows that we're dealing with a type of person, a type of devil that is really effed up. You know what I'm saying? So just don't believe what this video is about. Is just don't believe the hype that they're trying to promote with them going off with this new person. Because believe you me, they're just trying to plaster up their cracks. They're just trying to escape from reality. And they're using it as a drug to intoxicate them, to go and offer a new love bomb, to go and do that, try and escape what they're facing. And as time passes, as age passes, as they get older, they start to realize that you're the best they ever had. They won't find someone like you again. They won't find someone so loyal, so honest, so true. They don't like being cheated on. They don't like being shared or having to share their new supply. Some of these new supplies is using them, right? It's not always that the new supply is a victim. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's not always that the new supply is a victim and the new supply is getting to get abused the same way that you did. Sometimes these new suppliers are so toxic as hell, right? Some cases it can be they are another victim, or they are a doormat, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some cases it might be, but a lot of cases it's like with the way that narcissism and psychopaths and toxic people in general are so it's so common. You know what I'm saying? It's so common that it's highly likely that they've ran into one of these toxic people and this person's manipulating them. It's highly likely. So just never ever let them moving on quickly get you down, or never let it make you feel like you need to rush on quickly. Never let it make you feel that way. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find a link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.